Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Into the Night Tonight. We talk about indie filmmaking here. My name is Paul A. Brooks. I am the founder of Into the Night Motion Pictures, and I only have a free Zoom. So these conversations can never go more than 35, 40 minutes tops, and that's okay. I am super excited to chat with the star of my new film, which I'm sure we will get into eventually. Fawn Winters, welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're not 100% sure if your auto tracking thing is turned off. It looks like it's not, and that's okay.
We're moving a little bit, but I'll be
Yeah,
still.
nothing wrong with a little movement. Welcome. You are an actor, you are a model, and you have a new film that just came out called Feral.
hmm
I thought we might start by talking about the new film. I watched it a couple nights ago, as you know, and had a really good time with it. It's streaming right now for free on the Roku channel.
Yeah, and yesterday it just became available on Tubi too, so you can watch it there.
Oh, awesome. Talk a little bit about what it's about and just sort of the process of making it because you've done a couple films with the same director, correct?
Yeah, Rich Mallory, we've done We Are Wolves. That was my first film with him, and that's also on Tubi. And then I had a supporting role in Majoid Origins with him too.
Right, yeah, I've seen all of those. He they're all of them. One of the things that I notice is they're very crisp, they're very colorful. They're all of his films are very nice to look at. He puts a lot of thought into the lighting and the composition and everything. So if you're out there and you haven't seen any of these films, definitely recommend checking them out. But what was the experience like making Feral?
It was awesome. I was nervous because I was just coming back home from vacation. So I'm like, I need to like get in the zone now. But we had about 5 days of shooting, but he's always great to work with. I think I even had a migraine on set. So I was like
Hmm.
taking naps in between my scenes and I was the lead. So it was
Yeah.
it was a lot, but it was a lot of fun. It's like a crime drama. My character Ghost is she goes between like playing like this femme fatale, like taking advantage of men to almost being a victim, but then there's like a fun twist at the end. I won't give too much away.
Yeah, it is fun. It gets a little twisty and turny. And I was thinking when I was watching it, I was thinking about how you are in just about every frame of it. It seemed like it was a lot of work for you, which is similar to the film that we shot earlier in August, Bring Back My Baby. You are really carrying the load on that one as well. So you've had some hefty, meaty parts lately.
Yeah. No, I love it. I've been really lucky, and each time I'm on set, like I learn so much. And that's something I loved about our situation, like being on location every day, like the same sleeping quarters. Like I've never been able to hang out with the cast and crew like that. So
Oh,
I feel like we all
really?
connected. No, like all my films, it's like, okay, long 12, 14-hour day of shooting, drive back home, sleep, drive back.
Right. Yeah. I remember because another film that you did, uh, We Are Wolves. I think I remember when we were trying to figure out the location for Bring Back My Baby. I think I might have asked you where that film was shot, and I think you said it was in Sherman Oaks, correct?
Yeah, Rich had rented out this house and it was cool because we used it for a lot of different locations in the movie, but it was just all one big house, which it had a lot of mirrors that had to be moved for camera purposes.
I noticed that we had some mirrors on Bring Back My Baby as well, and that can be a challenge, sort of shooting around that.
Definitely, yeah. And big windows too.
Yeah. So is it nice though to kind of be able to go back home at the end of the night and decompress a little bit after a long day like that?
I almost prefer staying on location because I can
Hmm.
still, rest and put my sleep sounds on and go to my happy place, but I stay in character a little bit better. Like I don't have to
Hmm.
do so much like prep and everything. And everything's like right there for me. Like my script was like on my bed, like my props, my outfits. So it's easier to be on set.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And like you said, I mean, the camaraderie that comes with being in the trenches for us, it was 9 days, on Bring Back My Baby of just like the outside world kind of doesn't exist for a while. There's a certain, that's fun.
Yeah, it is. And we like go through crazy things together, like the power outage and
Yeah, I was stressed that day.
I know.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Bring Back My Baby. It's something that I am working on right now. I'm working on the edit. I just earlier today got to edit one of, I think, my favorite scenes in the whole film. Obviously, we can't get into spoilers, but it's one of the I have like two scenes left to edit, so it's almost finished at the time of this recording, and hopefully it'll be coming out a little bit um, later this year. But yeah, talk a little bit about. I'm trying to like, I guess we can talk a little bit about what the movie is about without getting into spoiler territory.
Right, right. Well, once again, I'm the lead, which thank you. It's so
Yeah.
amazing. And I go on this journey to try to bring back my baby, my lover, my partner who has passed away. And it's kind of a weird circumstance. So I go back to this house that we stayed like went on vacations and spent a lot of time. And I get into some witchy stuff and conjure up some things. The neighbors are weird. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Do I make it out? Do I get him back? I don't know.
Tune in to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had a really good time directing it. I mean, obviously, anytime that you're working on a independent film, there isn't a lot of time. There isn't, there's a lot that you have to do in a relatively small amount of time. But I remember at the end of the shoot, we were all pretty relaxed. We had managed to knock everything out, uh, keep on schedule the entire time. So I don't think anybody was too stressed out by the end of it.
Oh no, I wasn't stressed at all. And we even had some like downtime too where we could like hang out and watch movies and
Yeah.
discuss different ideas. So that was really
Yeah.
great.
Do you have sort of something that comes to mind when you think back about the shoot of like just a highlight of being there or something that was a highlight for you?
Honestly, all of it. The makeup artist Aaliyah, we love her. Her cooking, she saved us.
Yeah. Yeah. Aaliyah was cooking for us, I think, just about every night.
Pretty much, yeah. And she's an amazing cook. And just
Yeah.
all of the like practical effects. I've done like horror movies, but not to this degree where I get to see the real behind the scenes of how we make stuff work and break and fly. Like that is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. And there was a lot of sort of inventing things on the spot, and just sort of like talking through it, figure out how in the heck are we going to do some of this?
Yeah, right? It's all like creative minds coming together.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun. I think for me, what really sticks out is, since I wrote the film as well, sitting there in the coffee shop, you're writing a movie, and then months later, the actors that you wanted for these particular roles are there saying the lines that you wrote, and there's kind of a surreal quality to that, where you're like, wow, I can't believe somehow we actually are pulling this off and actually doing this right now.
Right? It's like a dream come true.
Yeah. Well, and for you, it was interesting because we had not met until the day of like your first day of shooting.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So there's always a little bit of some of the other people, most of the other people uh involved in Bring Back My Baby were people that I had known either for a long time or relatively, we'd worked on something previously. But you and I and Seth, our executive producer, did some Zoom calls and phone calls and stuff like that to make sure that everything was on the same page. So it all felt, by the time you got to set, I think it all felt pretty organic.
Definitely. Yeah, I had a good sense of who you guys were, good vibes. So I was very
Yeah.
comfortable.
Good. Glad to hear it. Another actor in the film is Joe Estevez. And again, without giving too much away, what was your experience like getting an opportunity to do a photo shoot with him and, be on set with him for a day?
Oh, it was just a lot of fun. Like he was a sweetheart. He was making us laugh. Like our photo shoots, I feel like they actually looked real. Like there was one point where he was just like telling jokes and making me laugh. Like it looked like we were like a couple. Like it
Yeah,
was fun.
yeah. Yeah, again kind of a surreal moment for me because I'm sure I'll probably be telling this story a handful of times, but Joe and I used to shop at the same grocery store in Los Angeles. That's where I first met him. So to have him on set and have him in the film, was just sort of a pinch me moment.
Right? No, it was really cool.
Yeah. So obviously we need to talk a little bit about a film called Baby Cat.
Of course. Of course.
You did a film. When did that come out in 2019?
I think it was I moved to LA in 2020 and that was my first film. So it might have been 2020 or 2021. It came out.
Okay. Were you shooting it during COVID?
I think COVID had just kind of chilled down a little bit because I moved here in like October of 2020. And that's
Okay.
when I kind of went full force into like applying for gigs, like anything I could get.
hmm That's crazy. I left Los Angeles in I think the last day of August 2020. So we
Really
just we just missed each other.
just missed. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a weird time. I mean, I was nervous about just the whole COVID situation. Obviously, at that point, nobody knew how long things were going to be going on for, and it was a weird time. So I have to imagine that that was a very difficult time to try to make the move to LA.
Right. Yeah, I come from Connecticut and I've always wanted to entertain and I was tattooing, doing makeup, a little bit of modeling, and all of that kind of stuff ended with COVID.
hmm
So the plane ticket was cheap and I just decided now's the time. Let's do it.
So you flew out.
Yeah, I flew out here. I knew a few people who I stayed with, but otherwise I was pretty much on my own.
Wow. The typical thing to do is to load up your car and make the move out. That's, would be quite the trip from Connecticut to LA. Did you just sort of pack a bag and pack a handful of things?
So I had my car shipped. I drive a stick shift, so
Oh,
I was not going to drive that across the country, but I just
got it.
filled as much stuff in there as I could, and a truck drove it over.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, that would be difficult. But we got to talk about Baby Cat.
Ew.
Tell our audience, if you can, what this movie is about, because this is how you came to my attention, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know who this Fawn Winters is, but I need to work with her at some point.
And I appreciate that. Well, Baby Cat is basically I started out this woman who runs around this apartment complex dressed as a cat. Very odd, slowly kind of earns the trust and falls in love with one of the people who lives there. And then it takes a twist. Find out I'm a superhero and I'm involved with her. I do love her, but also like her company is evil and there's mafia bosses and it's like all over the place, but it'll keep your attention. That's for
No
sure.
doubt. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
90% of my lines are meowing too.
Yeah, shout out to my buddy Mike Hayes, who introduced me to the film. We get together once a year and watch a bunch of movies. And one of the movies that he had picked was Baby Cat. And he called his shot before our movie marathon started. He said, Baby Cat is going to win the marathon this year. And he was 100% correct. Everyone was just edge of their seat enthralled in this film. So great job on that.
Thank you.
What was the experience like making that movie? You had just moved out there recently. Were you on set going, what in the world have I gotten myself into here?
A little bit. It was fun, and honestly, that experience, like I networked with so many people, and that's how I met Rich too, because he knew the DP at the time. But yeah, a lot of crawling around on my knees. It was very physical, but it was a good experience for my physical comedy career because now I stream on TikTok every day and try to make people laugh. So a lot has come from it for sure.
That's awesome. And remind me the name of the director of Baby Cat?
Scott Hillman.
Scott. Okay, yeah, well, shout out to Scott because we've all had a tremendously good time with Baby Cat, and I'm sort of always preaching the good word of Baby Cat. Streaming for free on Tubi. I think it's on some other platforms as well.
I think so. Yeah, maybe Fossum and some other small ones, but
Yeah,
Tubi's the main one.
yeah. So when we were on set, um, we were, we obviously we were talking a little bit about Baby Cat. I didn't, since we were busy shooting the movie, I didn't get as much time to talk to you about it as I wanted to, but we did get to watch part of it at night. We watched like half of it. That was fun getting a chance to watch it with some of our cast and crew as well.
Yeah.
Is it strange for you to watch it with other people?
No, I enjoy it now. Like when it first came out, like one that was my first film, feature film, and I also originally auditioned for the part of the non-cat, my lover. And
Right. Yeah.
yeah, Dana, I think her name
That
is
sounds
Dana.
right.
Yeah. So then for Scott to be like, no, you're giving me the cat vibes. You're no, you're Lori. So I was like, okay. And I didn't really know what to expect, but when it first came out, I was like, okay, this is artsy. This is experimental. I don't know. Can I use this for my reels? I'm not sure, but I've grown to love it and to see other people enjoy it. This brings me joy.
And is it on your reel?
It is, yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
It has to be.
It has to.
I'm just waiting for, I don't know if you know Red Letter Media, but I'm just waiting for them. They're a YouTube movie review channel, and I'm waiting for them to get their hands on Baby Cat because I think they're going to lose their mind. And I hope that it continues to sort of develop the cult following that is starting to happen right now.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Um, Another thing that happened when you and I were on set is I had asked you if you had read any of the reviews on Letterboxd for the film, and you remember that you after that you went and looked at some of them.
Yeah, and now that's like a weekly thing for me. I enjoy that so much. I don't know why I'd never gone on there before, but the baby cat reviews are the best.
Yeah, it touches a certain spot for people. I don't mean that in a I mean, well, I guess I do. It touches a couple different spots, really.
For sure, yeah. There's something
Um,
for everyone.
Yeah, but there's a sweetness to it. That's got to be nice for you as an actor to sort of see that people, get something out of it that is sort of is in a way sort of a touching romance movie.
Definitely. Yeah, it felt really good because I had like zero experience. So all my experiences now have been from past sets and movies and working with more experienced actors, but like I was literally a baby cat in that
Y-
film. Like
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give away too many spoilers here for Feral, but to sort of connect the dots here a little bit, um, I don't know if you saw my review for, I guess I posted earlier today on Letterboxd, so probably not, but
no.
I put a spoiler tag on it. So
Okay.
if nobody wants to get a Feral spoiler right now, cover your ears for about 10 seconds. My review was, I think this might be a baby cat origin story.
Ooh.
Because at the
Interesting.
end,
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I don't even have, yep.
is that something that you had thought about or no?
Honestly, no. That's crazy. See,
Hmm.
that's something like, yeah, a viewer would pick up on where I'm just like, I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm Ghost. I'm not thinking about Billy's ears and how I wear them. Interesting.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite parts as a filmmaker is that sometimes, somebody will have a conversation with me about something that, Hunting for the Hag is behind me here. Shout out to Sierra, who was our first AD on Bring Back My Baby.
Woo.
Sometimes somebody will say something to you that even as the filmmaker you haven't thought about. And that's kind of a fun aspect of being involved with movies is different people are going to have different takes on what's going on just based on, their whatever, their life history.
Right? No, that's so cool that you said that. Because honestly, the end scene in Feral is like one of my favorites too.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. Streaming for free on Roku channel if people want to check it out. I need to ask Rich how he has this deal seemingly with Roku channel where a lot of his stuff is on there. Do you have any idea?
It's a new deal. I forget the company, distribution company he went through. Because he had to, Feral took a while to come out because the old distribution company, we had some issues and they're just being kind of
Hmm,
slow about it. So it was quite a headache for him. So he's very excited that it's out and hopefully it's on Tubi now too. And hopefully Amazon Prime, it'll be on there for free, hopefully in a few months.
cool. Great to hear that because the distribution angle of independent filmmaking is, I think, almost anybody would agree is the most challenging aspect of it, trying to figure out how to get your movie out there without getting ripped off. So good on him for figuring that out.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's
Yeah,
worth it.
yeah. We have a segment on this show called Indie Inspo, and we're going to do that right now. Fawn, tell us about an independent film that has sort of inspired you at some point in your career or before your career. What do you got for us?
So I actually have two. Before my career, it's actually an animation. It's called It's Such a Beautiful Day. I highly recommend. I think you can watch it on Vimeo for free. It's hard to find, or maybe YouTube. But it basically deals with this character who is going through life and it's very artsy and he has all these problems and mental illness, but they use dry humor and comedy to make you feel like very connected to him.
Hmm.
And having watched that, like, I'm like, I want to connect to people like that. Like, this movie made me feel so good and like relatable to other people. So that was before like I got into acting. And now that I'm acting, Blue Velvet, I
Oh,
love that movie. Just the mood, the darkness, Dorothy's character, like she's so captivating and tortured, but like you can't take your eyes off her. So that's something like I aspire to be as well.
yeah. I was uh, I was in LA for a couple months when we were shooting Bring Back My Baby, and one of the things that I really wanted to do that I didn't get around to doing was going to David Lynch's gravesite at Hollywood Forever, and I'm still kicking myself that I wasn't able to get over there. But obviously he's a big influence on myself and a lot of other filmmakers, so I'm glad that that's on your list.
Yeah, I'm a fan for sure.
What was the name of the first movie that you mentioned?
It's such a beautiful day.
Okay, I'll have to check that out because I'm very much a dry humor kind of guy, so it sounds like it would be up my alley.
You'll love it. And it's short too. I think it's like 65 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, a lot of comedy movies I'm like, but sometimes the dry stuff is what I really go for.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Cool. Well, obviously, Bring Back My Baby is something for people to hopefully look forward to in terms of stuff that you have coming out. Is there anything else that you want to talk about that's sort of like that has just come out or is coming out that's, kind of on the horizon?
Besides Feral and Bring Back My Baby, that's what I'm like really focusing on promoting. Otherwise, like I just did a really cool music video with the band Fear with Lee. That like the effects and the prosthetics and that. Check that out. That's in my links on Instagram. A lot of music videos and streaming. Check me out on TikTok. I'm a fake teacher. I yell at my students and dance and yeah, it's crazy.
I do, my day job is doing social media for a coffee shop. And so I finally had to start doing the TikTok thing.
Oh yeah.
And I finally went over, I noticed that you were streaming one day. and I popped over there for like 20 seconds. I'm like, what in the world is going on?
That's fair. Most new people, they'll come in and they'll be like, "What is this?" I have like 30 mods who will explain everything, so I don't have to like stop and explain. They're great, but it's wild. It's fun though.
It seemed like it. Yeah, I need to come hang out for a little bit longer, but I didn't want to do it on my coffee shop's TikTok for too long. So hopefully nobody
Fair.
from the coffee shop is watching.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Wait, what are we viewing?"
You mentioned that music video. That's a super fun, strange music video, and some of the practical effects on that looked pretty interesting to get into. You have some. Can you talk a little bit about the eye stuff that you did in that video?
Yeah, I don't even know how long that took, like a few hours each time, but we like to call them the butthole eyes, and basically that's what they look like before like all the paint and stuff. But
Yeah.
we basically turn into like these demonic creatures because the music video is about like Lee's past like flings and he sees these beautiful women and we're kind of haunting him. My co-star actually had blood coming out of her eyes. I'm very happy that I didn't get that one. I would have rocked it, but that seemed to be a little stressful.
Yeah, I because it looked like there was some prosthetics like really close to to her actual eyes that could potentially cause some issues.
Right. They're professionals, so like no one got injured or
Yeah.
anything. But one of the scenes we were at like an actual Fear concert, so we're like in the front. We can't see with our butthole eyes and like people are pushing us and we're like, what's going on? And we have to stay in character.
It's one of those things where, as an actor and as a model, you get yourself into some situations and you're probably standing there going like, what am I doing here right now?
I do it for the end result.
Exactly. Yeah. It's good stuff. Well, Fawn, thank you so much for chatting.
Of course.
Definitely go check out Fawn's Instagram, TikTok. Do you want to drop your TikTok handle?
Yeah, it's Fawn Winters. You can find it through my Instagram link too.
Awesome. And stay tuned for news about our new found footage horror film, Bring Back My Baby. We had a lot of fun making it. So far, I think everything is coming together with the edit really well. Obviously, I'm excited for you to see it eventually.
Yeah,
So everybody
I'm
stay
so hyped.
tuned. Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you everyone for watching. And we'll see you next time on Into the Night tonight.